I was a little hesitant on doing this story because I didn't know how true it was or not. At first, I thought it was a parody, and many people who came across this story initially thought it was a parody as well as going to be displayed in this article that I'm going to read. But it turns out to be true. So there's this trans group out of Norway who put out this tweet saying how the song "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman" by the one and only Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin, God rest her soul, is somehow transphobic, and saying it's anti-trans and saying that it's harmful to people who are trans. I kid you not. That's what I'm paraphrasing what's in the tweet. I'm gonna show you the tweet when I'm done reading the article. When I tell you that the world has literally flipped on its ass, not on its axis, but on its ass, this is what I'm talking about. This song was made basically to empower women, and basically it was a message from a woman to her man to say how good he made her feel in her natural state. This song has nothing to do with people who were born as a man who feel like a woman. It's funny because isn't there a song by Aerosmith called Dude Looks Like a Lady, where I don't see any outrage about that. I don't see any outrage about that. There's a song by the country singer Shania Twain that came out in the late 90s called "I Feel Like a Woman." Where's the outrage about that? But Aretha Franklin, a woman who has been deceased for the last few years and was according to that whack Rolling Stone list, she was the number one on the top of their 200 greatest singers list. Nothing, against Aretha Franklin, because, she earned her spot. But that list was trash, and we know that. I find it interesting that they got mad or they want to say something now after that list goes out. I don't know if it's a correlation there, but it is what it is. You never know. You can call out all angles. But this is absolutely ridiculous. Again, they want to control everything. They want to be involved in everything. We have been trying our best and our damn hardest for a while to tell a lot of these women out here that these Hall T people are not your friends. They want to replace you. They really feel in their heart and their minds that they are natural women. If they could take the trans part off, they would. After all, they've been trying hard for a long ass time to do it. How many times have you heard where people said trans women are women? If you're a woman, then why do you have to put the word trans in front of woman? Because no natural born woman has to put trans in front of her name. That's probably why they want to put that word cis in front of woman or cisgender, just so they can have a label in front of it, because they have a label too. I don't know. Maybe it's not meant for me to understand, but this is exactly why a lot of people got mad at Ketanji Brown Jackson when she was getting ready to be sworn in as the next Supreme Court justice, when they asked her a simple question, what is a woman? And she couldn't explain it. But I'm like, you lived your entire life as a woman. You have all the mechanical parts of being a woman. I'm assuming that your husband married a woman. You have XX chromosomes that only a woman can have. And that kind of response that she gave is what gives Hall T the leeway to say the crap that they say, especially now when it comes to a situation like this. Because one thing we are not going to allow is for them to disrespect one of our greatest icons. Notice I said one of, because there's several, but you're not going to disrespect one of our greatest and beloved icons with this nonsense. One activist group in Norway is calling for Aretha Franklin's 1968 song "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman" to be removed from both Apple Music and Spotify after they deemed its lyrics offensive. The Transcultural Mindfulness Alliance took to Twitter last week to condemn the ballot, citing that it has ignited harm against transgendered women. How? How has a song that has been out since the 60s caused harm against the trans community? specifically those who are trans women. How? I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's not for me to understand. Aretha Franklin's 1968 song Natural Woman perpetuates multiple harmful anti-trans stereotypes, the organization tweeted. There is no such thing as a quote-unquote natural woman. If y'all don't... Hold on. I had to stop myself because I didn't want to cuss in front of the queen. Now I'm back. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, and this is the tweet right here. Look at it. Aretha Franklin's 1968 song Natural Woman perpetuates multiple harmful anti-trans stereotypes. There's no such thing as a quote-unquote natural woman. I'm trying to figure out, if that's the case, how in the hell did y'all get here to put some bullshit up like this? It says this song has helped inspire acts of harm against transgender women. Where and how and when? TCMA is requesting it is removed from Spotify and Apple Music. Spotify and Apple Music, don't listen to this bullshit. They don't know what the hell they talking about. But you know what? I don't think Apple Music and Spotify going to buy into this crap anyway. It goes on to say the Post has reached out to Franklin's rep, Spotify, and Apple Music for comment. According to the organization's bio on the social media platform, they aim to promote cultural changes to ensure the inclusivity of trans individuals. Many Twitter users were outraged by the opinion about the Queen of Soul's work and questioned the legitimacy of the claims, because a lot of people thought that this was a parody. But when you dig a little deeper, it turns out they were being dead ass. They were being serious. So someone heard the song and attacked trans people. One person wrote in response, "What are things that never happened for $400? Another wrote, "OMG, get a life and stop trying to cancel everything. How sad and pathetic one's life must be. If this is a priority to you, this is a great song. You go, girl," at Aretha Franklin. Someone else typed, "It is a great song and I'm going to listen to it right now because of this post. Thanks." Others were so taken aback that they actually thought the statement was coming from a parody account. "This is satire, right?" one user questioned. "Clearly this is a parody. Good one, guys. Almost got me," someone else seconded. The organization clarified later in a follow-up tweet that they were not, in fact, a parody account, but rather that they were trying to, quote-unquote, make culture more fair for transgender individuals. So how is that being fair? Like, if y'all really pay attention, this group is trying to erase actual natural women. But it goes beyond just this group, because a lot of people in Hall T are trying to do the same thing too, regardless of what they put out there or what they claim that they're not doing, that they're actually really doing. Many of them have ingrained in themselves that they are real women, and some of them are telling themselves that they are more better women than actual women themselves. At the time, Franklin's song "A Natural Woman" was deemed a powerful song and had an inspiring message. She even performed the hit at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. in 2015 during a ceremony honoring the track's writers Jerry Goffin and Carole King. Then President Obama was there for the performance and shed a tear. Franklin passed away in August 2018 at 76 after a battle with advanced pancreatic cancer. This organization, this TCMA, can go sit the fuck down somewhere with this bullshit. This is absolutely ridiculous. This woman has given the world so much of her talent for decades, all the way up into her dying day, and this is one of her biggest hits. I said one of because she has several more, but one of her most notable hits. And no one ever had a problem with it. Not even men had a problem with it, especially when you really think of the meaning of the song. Because it's basically a woman singing to her man, "You make me feel like a natural woman." So it's almost like a love song when you think about it. And it's like a love, it's almost like a love song, an appreciation song, and an empowering song at the same time. It's like a triple threat or a triple hit, or however you want to put it. And Hall T, you will never be a natural woman. You're not even a woman. This is so, I need to hear from the women. I need to see or hear, especially from the black female content creators. I need to hear your take on this. It's one thing that I, as a black man, can say about this, but my voice is only going to go so far when it comes to something like this. Of course, people are going to, value what it is that I have to say, but I need to hear from black women about this because, granted, yes, this is a dig at women in general, but because it's a dig at Aretha Franklin, a black woman, in her song, this is a bigger dig at you. Y'all have to speak up and say something. That's why we kept trying to tell y'all, stop trying to and stop aligning with these people. They are not well in the head. It's a reason why back in the day they were inside of a brochure that deemed them mentally insane. Now you're seeing what happens when you leave the trap door open to Arkham Asylum and let all of its ilk just fly and run and sprint and jog and hop and leap up out of there. And this is in Norway. Palm-colored ass Norway, where I'm sure the black population is probably damn near less than 1%. I'll be surprised if it is 1% of black people living in Norway. They have no connection to Aretha Franklin at all. None. But they want to put something out there like this. If they don't get I'm ending the video right now. Y'all go ahead and tell me what you think.